bites from the funnel web spider would almost definitely end in death. So there's 13 recorded deaths from the Sydney funnel web spider. And
sorry, real quickly, how long does it take? Like if a funnel web was to bite you and you don't get any venom, how long you got?
average for an adult, 76 minutes. Recorded for a child, 13 minutes. So we need to get that venom to send it to the laboratory to make antivenom to save people's lives. So I think it's probably like similar to becoming a tattoo artist. Like you do your apprenticeship in tattooing, but that doesn't make you a good drawer. So my whole life I've been surrounded by animals. I've been fascinated by behaviour and training and the relationship that you can have with something that's completely nonverbal but so important.
Hey guys, I'm Lexxa, and this is the Black Wolf Podcast. It's a space where we sit down with the artists, clients, and local legends that make our community what it is: raw, creative, and real. Let's get into today's episode. Okay, today I'm sitting down with one of my best mates and neighbours, Emma Teni. So Emma and I both grew up on the Central Coast, and over the years I've watched Emma go from studying marine biology to becoming a seal trainer at SeaWorld and now being a full-blown spider queen at the Australian Reptile Park. So Emma milks funnel web spiders for antivenom, collects egg sacs in the bush, and somehow still finds time to raise a family, run a family business, and whatever other chaos is going on in her life, and come to the rescue when I need her to come and grab a little baby possum from my house that's stuck underneath. Anyway, this one is filled with weird facts, wild stories, chaos, and everything in between, and a lot of spider talk. So let's get into it. All right, Emma, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Loving the new sign.
I know. How good is it?
It's
Kings and
so
Neon.
good. Love it.
So good. And we just gave them like our logo, this stuff, and they just copied it exactly. I wasn't sure. I thought that you'd have to get like their fonts. Do you know what I mean? But then they were like that. And look, I love it. Magnetic. And then you can go, look.
Ooh.
Hello. So sick. Love it. So good. Super easy to put up. Got Ollie to chuck it up, which he was stoked about. But yeah.
Ollie jobs.
Yeah. All right, baby. How's life? How's your beautiful daughter Hala? How many animals are living in your house right now? What chaos is going on at the moment? How are
Chaos, always. Life is good. We actually just got back from a week in Exmouth, WA.
Yes.
Went to Rottnest Island and saw the quokkas.
Yeah.
And went taking photos of the peacock jumping spiders. So life is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hala's good. Can't complain. School holidays, so I don't have to fight with her for the next 2 weeks, which is really nice to get her to school. Dean's good. Animals, yep.
Hit me.
Dogs.
How many do you have?
2 dogs, a cat, 2 snakes, a lizard, an axolotl, about 7 fish, 2 guinea pigs, 7 stick insects, 1 spider, 2 hermit crabs. I'm going to forget someone, but that's currently where we're at.
Have the neighbours just accepted that you're just the animal situation of the street now?
Oh, people put animals over our fence. So there was this rabbit that was released into the street by some owner.
Yeah.
And I get home and it would be in our front yard. And I'd be like, guys, that's not a house.
Yeah.
House lives inside. She's on the bed. Like, we shouldn't be running around the street. And so anyway, we just named it. It was named Pretzel. And we kind of just took Pretzel on because everyone just
kept it?
Well,
Or
no,
just
we
let it
couldn't.
come and go?
Pretzel was a boy, Maple was a girl. We didn't need to add to the collection.
Yep.
I did that once, fostering a rabbit that had 7 babies. Thank you for accepting that, Dean. Yeah, but no, we would just look after Pretzel and feed Pretzel, and Pretzel just pretzeled in the yard.
Do you ever just sit back and just see how many and everything else that you're just juggling at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy
Yeah,
chaos.
no, it's fun.
How good memories, like, I reckon, because we had heaps of pets growing up too. I'm excited to look at, and we do too, we don't have as many as you, but I'm excited to hear what the kids say when they're our age, like if they talk back about the way we did, like if they're like, oh my God, I had this, and it's in a good way.
Oh,
know what I mean?
absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
this morning I was getting ready for this. Dean was in the shower, Harla was on the toilet, and I looked down and the cat and the dog are in there with us. And I was just like, our life is just beautiful chaos. It's chaos.
Yeah.
And there may have been a dog poo on the carpet this morning, but it's chaos. And, I think, growing up, the kids will look back and be like, wow.
Yeah. I was stoked to have so many pets. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh, so lucky.
Yeah.
So lucky because some kids don't grow up around
Heaps of
animals.
people are like, can I just get a dog? And everybody's like, nope.
No, Mum would never let me.
Too many. Man, I just accidentally adopted that dog just from going up to Erina Fair and seeing an adoption sign.
I accidentally found 3 kittens and may have accidentally registered one in my name.
Yeah. Happy to help talk Dean into it. by the way.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now I
well
look at
done.
him and I'm always like, when I see the feed, I'm always thinking it's Georgie.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're the same. So good.
Yeah. Oh, they're the best.
Okay, so let's talk about your studies and qualifications and stuff. So originally you studied marine biology. Was that the overall goal? Is that what you wanted to do originally?
Yeah. So I was that kid, or I still am, that would be like, I want to do this. And I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
So wanted to be a marine biologist, wanted to be a seal trainer, wanted to train seals. So I did it. I did marine science at uni, majoring in marine biology. And I graduated and I had applied for some jobs. And the day of graduation, I had a phone call from SeaWorld saying, do you want to come up for an interview?
Surely there's not too many jobs going around for seal trainers.
Well, no, the job I
Yeah.
applied for was a dolphin trainer and a penguin trainer.
Yeah.
And I didn't get either of those jobs that particular trial, which totally was the universe, because the next day they called me and they're like, oh, Donna, who was the head of SEALs, saw you and wants you in SEALs. And I was like, you beauty. Like,
And how do you learn that? Like studying at uni and stuff, you're not training or learning to be a SEAL trainer.
no.
So then how do you learn all that stuff?
So I think it's probably like similar to becoming a tattoo artist. Like you do your apprenticeship in tattooing, but that doesn't make you a good drawer. So my whole life I've been surrounded by animals. I've been fascinated by behavior and training and the relationship that you can have with something that's completely nonverbal but so important. And so I've read books, I've done courses through Taronga, I'm a nerd, so I nerded out on training. So all of that, it comes down to like your rapport with the animal and your understanding of that particular species, that particular individual. And so that was there, that foundation was there. I just got the piece of paper to give me a bit more leverage.
And then what did it look like first day there?
Oh my God. I actually walked in and one of the guys who I'm still friends with now was like, oh, so where are you living? And I told him and he was like, oh, lucky doors. And I was
Where
like,
were you?
Southport?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I was like 22, 23. I moved there on my own with my dog.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I'm going to die. But no, work was amazing. I cried. My boss was intense and insane and so by the book, but she's made me who I am today. Everything's got a procedure, everything's got structure, and we're really close now. And even when I said to her, oh, I cried when I started working with you, she was like, why? I was like, you were terrifying. And not to mention, she had been doing it for like 36 years or something, and I was 23. So when I was learning, and she'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'd be like,
How are you
dude,
getting this?
I learned to walk and talk in the time that you've been doing this job. Like, ease up. But yeah, no, honestly, the most incredible people, most incredible experience, and something I'm so grateful.
And how long were you there for?
I was there for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And then my sister had a baby and I had this epiphany that he's not going to know me. But then also by the same token, then I went, wait a minute, if I stay here and I meet someone here and have a kid here, my family is not going to know my family.
Yeah.
So I came back and never left.
Yeah. And then how did you end up working at the reptile park, getting into spiders?
Oh, totally different, hey. So you've got seals, which are large charismatic megafauna that you can have this relationship with and train and vibe off. And then you've got spiders that people don't even believe have, emotions or intelligence or anything like that. So long story short, I started a family. I did mum and cub, so I did a bit of personal training in between, then started my family, got back into the industry, was volunteering and doing my certificate in vet nursing. And the operations manager of the reptile park would come up to the same vet that I was doing vet nursing at. And one day they were like, when are you starting work here? I was like, oh, it just didn't occur to me. I wanted to work with animals as a mum.
Experience at the reptile park, didn't you?
Yeah, when I was in year 11.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get back working with animals. But being a mum, I've got school drop-off, I've got school pickup, I've got all of the things. And to drive to Sydney, I would have had to leave at 4 o'clock. I would never have seen her. So I thought I'll do vet nursing, and that way I can even do, emergency night shifts and things like that, so I can still be there for Harla. And then the reptile park were like, oh, would you come and work here? And, how can we accommodate you to work here?
Mad.
And I was just like, number one, parenting. Number two, job. So if I can job and parent, you've got me. I work 9:30 till 2:30,
Perfect.
4 days a week, and whenever else I can juggle it around. It's the best.
Yeah. So you're a spider keeper.
Yes.
Tell us, what does that involve?
So my job as a spider keeper primarily focuses on funnel web spiders and getting the venom from the spiders to create antivenom. So my job is to milk the spiders, but I also breed the spiders, raise the spiders, go out in the bush looking for the spiders, and then that's kind of led into this fun little world of like media stuff as well, which is something I never thought I would do.
I know you don't care about spiders as in scared wise. I know you're not scared of anything like that, but knowing what a funnel web is and how dangerous they are, originally starting that was a little bit daunting.
I've never been scared of a spider.
No.
I've always been fine. The day that I knew I was going in to do my first training of milking the spider,
Yeah.
I had
Of a funnel web.
Of a funnel web.
Yeah.
So, it could kill me.
Yeah.
It's the most deadly spider in the world.
Exactly.
I had this little feeling where I went, oh, what if it is scary? Like it seemed safe. So we've got a perspex square that the spider can't climb up. Then the spider's in a jar. So if it gets out of the jar, it's still contained. It's called a safety square. So it's only safe when your fingers are out of it. But yeah, this little part of me went, oh, what if it's terrifying?
Yeah.
Or what if I'm really bad at it? And if you're bad at it, you can't do it. It's such an important job. And then I did it and I was like, oh, it's so delicate. And you get such a small amount of venom and it has such an important job that your job is to get as much venom as you can because we're the only people in the world that do it. So we need to get that venom to send it to the laboratory to make antivenom to save people's lives. So, yeah, I wasn't scared of the spiders, but I did have a little moment where I went, oh, what if they are scary?
Yeah. So tell us about the funnel web venom program.
Yep.
Obviously, you just said it saves lives, but tell us how it works and why it's so important.
Prior to 1981, when the antivenom became available, bites from the funnel web spider would almost definitely end in death. So there's 13 recorded deaths from the Sydney funnel web spider. And
sorry, real quickly, how long does it take? Like if a funnel web was to bite you and you don't get any venom, how long you got?
Average for an adult, 76 minutes. Recorded for a child, 13 minutes. So it is
nuts.
Tiny but mighty and extremely potent and extremely effective. And ironically, the venom only affects primates, so monkeys, humans, and invertebrates. So if your dog got bitten, he might be a bit sick, might feel a little bit wheezy, but he wouldn't need antivenom.
Yeah, right.
So we don't have the ability to, fight the venom.
Right. So a dog does.
Yeah.
So if the dogs get bitten, they're sweet.
Yep. And so many native animals eat them. So kookaburras, lizards, all of that eat the funnel web spiders.
Yeah.
And if they get bitten, it's not going to tickle, but it's not a lethal
Yeah, I never knew that because I definitely have always been a little bit worried, like what if the dogs get bitten? Yeah, I didn't know that.
But yeah, so we our job is to get the venom. And so what that involves is aggravating the spider. It's a ground dwelling spider, so it will stand up and the venom drips off its fangs. our job is then to come in
So it
before.
just drips.
Just
It
drips.
doesn't have to try for it. It will automatically do it.
Yeah, so venom's a modified saliva. So the purpose of it is to slow down prey and aid digestion. So for the spider, everyone thinks that it like injects it into you and pumps it into you. It soaks its fangs and then will pierce you with venom-soaked fangs. So what we do, we have a glass pipette which is hooked up to a suction, and we actually suck the venom droplets off the fangs before they drop. So you've got to get in there and get it before the spider throws its body down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll milk, it takes about 150 to 200 spiders to create 1 vial of antivenom, and our job is to collect the venom, and then we send it down to a laboratory in Melbourne, which is called CSL, or the Commonwealth Serum Laboratory. They when we have the venom, we freeze dry it, so it turns into like a venom sherbet. It's a powder. They'll rehydrate that powder once they've received it and actually inject it into bunny rabbits. Now, rabbits, as we mentioned, they're not a primate, they're not an invertebrate, so they don't have a lethal response, but they have an immune response. So similar to when we get a vaccination, they will get a small amount of the venom. They will build up an immunity to it. They have a venom-resistant plasma. And then over the course of about 6 to 9 months, we increase the dose to over 6 times the lethal dose of venom. And all that does is make the rabbit stronger against the venom. Then you take the blood from the rabbit.
Stop it.
Yeah, it is hectic, the whole process. So the blood can be taken from the rabbit. Rabbit's like happy, healthy, normal bunny rabbit life, and pop the blood in a centrifuge. So that's just a machine that spins really fast. Red blood cells, white blood cells separate. Red blood cells, we don't need them. They just go straight back to the rabbit. Rabbit goes off on its merry way, normal, unaffected. And just like if we were to give blood, not affected. And then that white blood cells, those plasma, is venom-resistant plasma, which is effectively your antivenom.
Wait, so that's what we get? That's hectic.
Yeah, so it's 100% not a vegan product. It comes from an animal, goes into an animal, and then, And as a result of that, if you were to be bitten by the spider, you need to do first aid, pressure mobilization bandage, get to the hospital as quick as possible, stay as calm as possible. They will then administer that antivenom, but being 100% an animal protein product, anaphylaxis can be a common response. I think it's something like 20% of people have an anaphylactic response. So then they'll have to administer the antivenom with adrenaline. So it has to be given in a hospital. It can't just be like, oh, I've got something in my fridge, I'll rehydrate it and boost it into you. It's, you can have an allergic reaction to it. But without it, you're not going to survive.
Allergic reaction or die.
That's exactly right. But it's a massive process and it takes so much time. So not only does it take about 150 to 200 milkings to create 1 vial of antivenom, it takes 3 to 4 years for a spider to hatch and mature, at which point it's a male or a female. Females we don't use in the antivenom program.
Ones you're breeding,
you
have them for 3 to 4 years before you start.
Before they can even be looked at for the antivenom program. So your male.
Anyone listening, Emma has this huge room and they have to feed them and give them water.
Feed them, clean them, look after them. So we've got
I didn't realize they're there for that long.
Yeah, we've got about 5,000 spiders. So first 6 months of their life, we feed them weekly. And then from then on, for the next 3.5 years, they get fed fortnightly, sprayed with water, cleaned, health checked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so huge process to even get them into the venom program. And then when they're in the venom program, female funnel web spiders, 25 years they'll live. Males, once they reach maturity at about 3 to 4 years of age, they've got 1 year.
Really?
So we need that constant supply of male spiders to be able to have the venom, to create the antivenom, to save lives.
Wow. That's so gnarly.
Yeah.
What is one myth that people believe about funnel webs?
They can jump, or they chase you, or they want to hurt you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't chase you?
No, they're not going to chase you. So these guys live in gardens, or in the bush underneath rocks. They don't want to be disturbed.
Yeah.
They just want to sit there and do their spider things and eat crickets and have babies. That's all they want to do. But when people get bitten, they've normally put a shoe on that the spiders wandered into, or they're gardening and they've disrupted their home. And they're really defensive, but also they're tiny. So, tiny in my eyes.
Yeah.
People think they're
I
giant.
think they're tiny.
Yeah, no. Terrifying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they're not going to chase you down. If there was one on the carpet here, it would probably stand up and go, leave me alone.
Yeah,
But it's not going to go, I'm getting her.
Yeah.
I'm chasing after her. And then they can't jump. And they can't even climb a smooth surface.
You know how, like, do they actually create a funnel to
Yep.
make their web?
Yep.
You know how, like, I've definitely shown you when you've been at my house, when there's, like, webs up the top and they look like a funnel.
Yeah.
Not a funnel web.
So the ones
simple
around your
funnel.
house, they're like webby and up the top, and there's a little black spider in them.
And they look like they have a funnel. That's what throws me off.
Yep.
Every time, like, that's a funnel, you're like, it's not.
That's not.
It is.
It's up. So
Yeah.
they can't get there.
Right.
But
Other spiders just make funnel-shaped webs.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Well,
Throws
the
me off.
webs are an extension of their body
Mhm.
to aid their ability to catch food
Yeah.
and prey and things like that. So, and they also need like little anchoring points. So it kind of just ends up funneling out. But your funnel webs, they have like a funnel shape opening of their web, and then it goes into a tunnel with a silk lined burrow. So the reason why they have the opening, which is like a funnel shape, is because when the female, she lives for 25 years in her burrow, and when the male matures, his job is just to breed. And so what he'll do is he'll wander, and she will have given out little pheromones and, you know, saying, hey, I'm receptive. And he'll come along, and those trip lines, he actually drums them with his legs, and he plays her a little tune. So she knows it's
How
not a
romantic.
prey item. I know, isn't it? Play my harp.
Serenading.
Yeah, and then she comes out, and if she's keen, she'll mate with him. But if she's not, she'll eat him.
That's hectic. Ever
Yeah.
seen it?
Oh,
Seen a
yeah.
female eat?
Oh, yeah. It's brutal. It's quick. It's a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Quick?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to see it. You're going to have to show me this later.
I think I've got it filmed to show you.
Yes. Ah. How can people help with the program?
We breed them, like you mentioned, the container, but we also at the park have a really, really big emphasis on needing public donations of spiders. So a spider might wander into your shoe or wander into your house, or you find one gardening. Most people don't want it there. You can kill it, redundant. You can release it, second best option, or you can bring it to us at the park, or we also have drop-off locations. So save you driving all the way to Somersby, from Newcastle all the way down to the Shire, Caringbah, I think it is, Sutherland, you can drop off the spiders. So if you safely collect them and then
Let's talk safely collecting.
yeah, I was
How
about
do
to
you
say,
bloody
I was like,
say-
that's a whole nother thing.
Like,
So-
I've seen you do it, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So video is on the Reptile Park website, but to safely collect them, as I mentioned, they don't jump, but they do have fangs and they are dangerous. So what you need to do is get a jar, like, you know, a peanut butter jar or something like that, a thick plastic jar, pop it in front of the spider, and then get a long-handled spoon, like a metal spoon or a ruler, and you just encourage the spider to walk into the jar. Once it's in the jar, tip the jar up. Can't climb a smooth surface. He's not getting out. Pop a bit of moist soil in there or a wet cotton bud, and then pop the lid on. It doesn't need to breathe air like we do, so we don't need to poke holes in the top or anything like that. It needs the moisture to be able to breathe. They've got different lungs to us. And then take it to one of the drop-off locations. That spider then will go into the antivenom program, and then you've done your bit to save lives. And I always say, if you found one in your house, then you're 100% more likely to get bitten than someone who doesn't have them in their area. So wouldn't you want to help? Like, they're your loved ones in that house.
Yeah.
So if they're around, put it to use.
What if you find one
Mhm.
and you're too scared to touch it? Can someone come get it or not?
It's like the possum at your house. If you've got
Yeah.
someone you can call.
Emma lives in my street, so she gets a call up.
I get a call. I have gone to people's houses. Like, if people know me, they'll be like, oh, hey, can you come and get it? I will. Get someone else to relocate it for you. Yeah. There isn't someone specifically that you can call. Like,
Yeah,
the
it's not like
hotline.
eyes or anything. Yeah.
No, it's not. But normally someone's able to do it for you, or if you know me, I will.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick up an egg sack straight after this. So
From someone you know or just someone?
yeah. So we work really closely with Survival First Aid, and they create the really, really, really good snake and spider bite first aid kits and everything like that. They're a Central Coast business. And I got a message this morning and they're like, we think we've got an egg sac. And I got a photo, and so I'm going to go pick it up. And then in there's probably, maybe 100, 200 little spiderlings that will, in 5 years' time, be in the antivenom program.
Yeah. And if you're ever in the shop, Emma's popped some posters up so you can have a little read and look at the info posters in there. All right, babe, let's talk a bit about you. We've talked about the spiders and we've talked about that. You have been tattooed by Lindsay a fair bit.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. What have you got? What's your plans? Tell us what you've had done.
What I've had done. So Lindsay and I met when we were both, I think, about 18, working at Tree of Life. And Lindsay was this incredible artist. She was doing art at uni, and I was like, dude, you got to get into tattooing. And I literally was like, I'll write the letter. And that was the time when there was like a tattoo shop in Gosford. You guys didn't even exist. And I was like, come on, let's do it. You've got to do it. Anyway, she eventually ended up doing tattooing. And so I was like, draw on me. So to start with, one of the first tattoos she did, I think it was one of the first tattoos she did on human skin other than her own, was on my ankle. And it was a little sailing boat. And so behind that, everyone goes through rough times, and it's about smooth seas, never making skilled sailors. So the motto, behind it was basically, like, shit's going to be hard, but we can do it.
Yeah.
And so she drew that little sailing boat. And then I've got Dean's initials, so my husband's initials on my other ankle. I've got Dean's initials on my wedding finger. My nephew's name. So that was one of the first tattoos Lindsay did after coming back with Addie. And then it's actually really insane watching her progression, just like the styles of tattoos as they've changed. I've got a fox for Harla. I've got a little ornate pattern on my wrist, which I love. T for Taffy, the world's greatest pug. I've got Dad. I've got Harla's name. I've got Love Heart, H plus M, Harla plus Mum that Harla drew for me. And I've got...
Harla did another drawing, didn't she?
Yes. Yeah. She drew a dinosaur when she was about 3. And I was like, that is insane. Like, I loved it. And she said, will you get it tattooed? And I was like, hell yes, I will. So I got the dinosaur tattooed on my hip. It's amazing. And I'm currently working with you getting laser because I'm getting a big white belly sea eagle on my ribs. Yeah.
Even though you have is it fish? The fish you have on your foot
that was before
laser, but you're like, but it was one of her first tattoos.
No, Lindsay drew it, but she wasn't tattooing yet. And I've always been like, oh, I should have just waited. But she drew the picture and then the artist did it, and it's just heaps too dark, but laser.
Yeah, brutal. But so the one on your ribs that you want to get, that you say is your spirit animal?
Yeah.
Let's talk spirit animal. What's a spirit animal?
So
a lot of people say spirit animal.
It's got different meanings for everyone, I guess. But for me, going through some hard stuff, every time I would get to the point where I'm like, I'm done. I just can't. Just out of nowhere, a white belly sea eagle would just fly over. And I'd be like, you've got this. And I've always resonated with the white belly sea eagles, or just eagles in general. They're like, kind of like they mate for life. They're super loyal. They just rise above the shit. And I've just always had heaps of respect for them. And so I've always been fascinated. I've always said, if I came back as an animal, I'd want to come back as an eagle. And then, going through some really tough times, just every time anything crap happened, and still to this day, I'll be like driving along or having a moment, and then I'm like, eagle. And so the tattoo that I am getting you to remove, I got for my grandfather when he passed away, and it was lyrics from a Jimmy Eat World song. So it's basically, if you could see me tonight, I'd sing to you just one more time, a song for a heart so big God wouldn't let it live. And so it's a song for a heart so big, but he passed away 20 years ago, and
blown out.
You can't read it. Yeah, it's done pregnancy. It's done all of that kind of stuff. So although that still resonates so strongly with me, the sea eagle is still about all of that, like just embracing and living and just, making him and my family proud. Just, making sure that, if they are looking down on me, I will like make a big statement.
Yeah. Beautiful, babe.
Yeah.
And let's talk laser. You've done
I've
the
done
laser.
Yep.
How was that for you?
Okay, so I would like to think that I've got a pretty strong threshold with pain, and I totally acknowledge I came in unprepared. And so I was like, yeah, no, I should be all right. Like, yeah, no dramas.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a shock. But laser is one of these things where it only hurts when you're being lasered. So
once it stops.
you're fine.
Yeah.
So I did it. I learnt my lesson, numbing cream.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
You've definitely done it a couple times without it, though, where you've gotten
Yeah.
and you're like, I forgot it. And you were still fine. We just
so fine. I think
talked the whole time.
Yeah, and I think the first time, because it was so dark,
Mm-hmm.
and then it must get easier when it gets lighter.
Yeah, it does.
Because I've done it, what have I had? Maybe 4, 6 sessions, something like that.
Yeah, because
I've
it hits
probably
harder
done-
the darker it is. Like
Yeah.
catching the dark pigments. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually, it's not bad. It's so worth it. Highly recommend. Should have done it sooner. And although, the first time I was like, oh my God, you've got like relatively no downtime, maybe a little bit of itching, and it works.
And it's lightened so much.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like, I actually just, when I went over to WA, saw my sister, and she's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because she hasn't seen the in-between process.
I think that's what happens when you're looking at it all the time. It's sort of like weight loss. You kind of just like, nothing's really happening. But when you haven't looked at it for a while, especially because it's something you cover up to, or for someone who hasn't seen it, then you look at it after a
Like,
long amount of time.
you seeing Jack grow this morning?
Yeah. Oh my God. That blew my mind. Like, it was just, because even this one on my wrist, like, that's only one session.
Yeah.
And I still think, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, it's barely even lifted. But then I look at how dark, like, the one on my hand is, and that's, like, it was as dark as that. Or I see it in a photo and I'm like, oh yeah, it was like a whole bunch of words. Now it's like heaps of letters and stuff missing.
And that's the same with this. Like, you could not read it now.
Yeah.
It's like, it's there, but it's so not there. I reckon one more session and it'd be gone.
Yeah.
And then Lindsay can.
Yes. So exciting. And then we'll laser your foot.
Yeah, look, driving here, I was like, okay.
Yeah, just
And because you did Dean's laser as well, and then Ollie just did his
cover
sleeve
up.
over it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wouldn't have to get rid of this one
That's it.
completely.
Yeah.
Just lighten it so then Lindsay can work a magic.
Yeah. And even for Dean, he didn't even have that much done to it, but it keeps dropping.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, he could still cover it, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
yeah. And you can barely even tell that, or you can't tell in the areas that are finished, that there was a tattoo underneath it.
Exactly.
And good riddance, because it was a shock.
Yeah. It's the old ones. They were always good.
Yeah.
All right. Tell us something people don't know about you.
Instagram's not real. There's a whole lot that goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's a big takeaway. Like, everything looks perfect on the surface. It ain't.
Oh, God.
We are all like an iceberg. There's a bit at the top you see, and then everything's underneath.
How do people not get that yet?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I don't know. I can tie a snake in a knot with my tongue really quick, a lolly snake. That's my party trick. Yeah.
Tried that. Can't do it.
I
like the snake too much, so
You just eat it. Yeah. No, that's my party trick. That's my skill.
What about what keeps you grounded when life's just getting heaps full on?
Animals, work,
Obviously, yes.
ocean. I'm a massive hippie. Like, I just literally will go and buy like a crystal and be like, do your thing. Work for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ocean, whenever I go to the beach or I dive in the ocean, I'm like, oh God, I got to do that more. And then life happens and then you don't. And then when you do, I'm like, I'm doing that again tomorrow. And then you don't.
Yeah.
I find being in the ocean,
I reckon just even being near it.
oh,
Man,
nature.
I'm such a, like, body of water just relaxes everything.
Oh.
Just to see it, I
Yeah.
reckon. Like, even just sitting down even just driving through Terrigal makes me feel better. Just looking at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
definitely.
100%. Yep, the ocean.
Wide open spaces, that's my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nature, ocean, animals. Honestly, they just know. It's between like Taffy and Loki, so the pug and the cat.
Mm-hmm.
They just know. And they just,
Yeah. All right. Animals. Favorite animal at the park, and you can't say spider.
Albert. So
Albert is
a koala.
Koala bear.
Yeah, and I've always been a little bit like, dolphin's overrated, koala's overrated, but he just came, he got my heart, and he took it. And he was hand-raised, and he was like tiny. Like, none of us thought he was going to make it. And then Haley, our koala whisperer at the park, hand raised him, and like we'd walk along, and she'd be like, her tummy would be moving. I'm like, what's going on there? And Albert would just be in his shirt. But yeah, she hand raised him. And
How old is he now?
3.
Cute.
3. Yeah. But he's just a dude. He's just the best. He's so funny. And it took him a long time to realize how to koala. So yeah, he when you hold the other koalas, they hold on to you, but when you hold Albert, it's like just holding like a bub and just sits with you. And
So you just get to go and cuddle him whenever?
yeah, I mean, look, I've got to do work at work, which is a
No,
reward.
but if you have a break.
But yeah, no, I do, because I can't cuddle my animals at work because they'll kill me. But honestly, there are some days where I'll just go for a walk in like a lunch break, or just take 10 minutes and go down and just give them a big cuddle. And
all the puppy dingo.
Oh, the dingo puppies, and the baby emus, and the Tassie devils. Yeah, I'm a sucker for anything cute. Like, give me a duckling, give me anything, and I'm like, oof, just want to smell it and cuddle it. And yeah, so Albert, yeah, he's good for a hug when I need one.
Adorable. What is the weirdest or most awkward thing someone has said about something to do with your job?
People just openly say, oh, hit it with a newspaper.
A spider.
Yeah. Like, oh, there's a boot for that. And it's just like,
this is what I do for a living, though.
Yeah.
I protect them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I know that it's very niche. I don't expect people to be like, oh, I love spiders. And like, I didn't even like grow up like, oh my God, I love spiders. I'm like going to be the spider person. I ended up in this job. But we're the only people in the world that get the venom to create antivenom. Meaning if your loved one or your brother or your sister or your child or whatever is bitten, you need us. You need that spider. So openly saying, oh yeah, let's just kill it. It's like going to the dentist and saying, oh yeah, no, don't brush my teeth, and expecting them to pat you on the back. I'm like, cool. Yeah. Like, maybe don't.
Not the right audience to say that.
Yeah. Like, especially, I mean, if, koalas, for instance, you would never go to a mammal keeper and be like, oh, yeah, clocked one on the head the other day. It's so frowned upon, but it's this stigma because it's, same with the snakes. The amount of time, like, our guys in Venom get told, oh, yeah, no, I cut a brown snake's head off the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why?
Their whole job is to protect them.
Yeah. And also, most people that get bitten are interfering with the animal.
Yeah.
So you're walking into danger. You can't get bit if it can't reach you. Don't walk up to it with a shovel.
I remember coming down. I remember at my old house at Terrigal, we had a brown snake in our lounge room, and our cat was just sitting there meowing at it for so long, and we thought the cat, when like cats just bring you in a present?
Oh yeah.
And then they do that weird meow.
Yeah.
I just ignored it because I was like, oh, it's brought another bloody mouse to the door or something. And then eventually it just got so annoying that we went down, and it was.
He actually looked.
Yeah, and they came out and they got it, but it didn't move. It just stayed in the lounge room, just sitting over there. It didn't come at anyone.
Again, like, if you cornered it, it's going to be defensive. If you were cornered, you'd be pretty defensive. Like, you just stay away from it. Make sure there's no kids and animals in the room. Block it off so it can't get out. Like put a held up towel underneath the door or something like that. So make sure you know where it is within the rough vicinity of that room. Call a professional. They'll come and relocate it. Like, I don't know. I'm like, all like, a life is a life. Life's worth living.
So when they say that, do you say nothing and just smile politely, or do you just start reciting spider facts and tell statistics?
I normally just like kind of lightheartedly be like, oh, well, I'm the wrong person to tell about that.
Yeah.
Whilst in my head, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. You try to educate them and be like, hey, like, there's another option. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just that's why we do what we do. Spread the message.
Yeah.
Like, what we do is important.
Like, your job is so niche. What is like the coolest opportunity that you've had with the whole thing? Being able to do or experience?
Honestly, like, media and filming has been insane. So I have, again, what people don't know about me, I'm confident. Like, I'll back myself, and like, I'm educated in what I do.
Yep.
But looking at myself or anything like that, oh man, like, we have like years and years of like head trauma in that. And I have had this opportunity to go on live TV, go on the radio. I filmed with Steve Backshaw, Deadly 60. I've done like documentaries. When I was in Western Australia, I got to do filming with the like guru of peacock spider photography. I've been referred to as an expert, which scares me. I'm not, I mean, I probably am, but yeah, I've just had this insane world be thrown at me and doing podcasts.
Yeah.
I think this might be like my 5th podcast I've done now. Like I've
To
just
think you were studying marine biology
Yep.
to be able to be doing this now.
to do this and also do it and back myself.
Yeah.
Because the first time I filmed, oh man, I was like, I can't watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't watch it.
I feel like we still get like that.
Oh yeah.
We still, like Jackson doing even just a little bit of content yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, let's film today. As soon as the camera's on, it's like, oh my God, what am I supposed to say?
Yeah. Well, even running like my own
Yeah.
social media, I will go to film something and I'm like, all right.
And it gets to and you're just like, fuck it. And
Yeah.
you just post
Oh,
it. Yeah.
legit. And there's some days where I'm like, I'll even say to Harla, what are you going to do today that's hard? How are you going to be brave?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mummy's going to be really brave and Mummy's going to film a video. And Harla's like, what, man? Like, you do that all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
My kids are like, what? That's all we do.
Yeah.
That's not that exciting, Mum.
Yeah, I know, legit. But they've grown up with this world of that. And
Yeah.
for us, I'm like, yeah, like I'll go to film myself and I'm like, oh, like my eyes doing that thing
Yeah,
or like,
Yeah.
oh.
No one else is noticing that.
Well, I mean,
Exactly.
no one's looking at my page.
Yeah.
I'm not a model. I'm a zookeeper.
Yeah.
No one cares what I look like. I do antivenom. That's what
Yeah.
I do. But for me, I'm like, and there is that third chin. Like,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm
you get
delivering
so in your head.
information about the world's most deadly spider and creating this medical miracle that has a 100% success rate. And then I'm like, if my hair wasn't on my face like that.
Always. Yeah, that's standard.
But yeah, filming, media, TV, documentaries.
Yeah.
Like,
sick.
It's just opened this realm of just awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, there's no one else that can talk about it.
No.
Do you know what I mean? For spidering stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Sick. All right, cool. Now to finish up, what do you reckon is, other than your ribs one,
Yeah.
if you could get any tattoo, what would it be?
So my husband's name's Dean and I call him Baked Bean and he has a little home job smiley face tattooed on his bum
Yep.
and I want to get a dancing baked bean with a smiley face on his bum.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You could do that easy at the exact same time.
Legit.
God, that's tiny.
Yeah.
If you were to go big.
My legs are pretty unexplored, but I don't know. You know how you've got that spot and you're like, I'm not doing that. Actually, do you know, a sternum piece?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What would you get?
Oh, just ornate, like just
Lindsay pretty stuff?
Lindsay,
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, Harla's told me I'm not allowed it.
No?
Yeah, but the same child has also asked me to get a guinea pig tattooed on my boob. So she doesn't have a say in that. So I'm not getting a guinea pig tattoo.
Great.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, no. Yeah, sternum.
Okay, cool. All right, babe, that's a wrap. Thank you, Emma, for joining us on the podcast. I'm so stoked we got to have this chat, not just as mates, but so everybody can see what an interesting, grounded, and passionate person you really are. Now, if you want to follow along and see what Emma's up to at the Reptile Park, Emma, where can they find you?
So you can find me on Instagram, @Teni_spiders.
And if they want to find out more about the Funnel Web antivenom program,
Yep, head to the website, so reptilepark.com.
okay, cool. We'll
.au.
chuck everything in the show notes as well. And that's a wrap, babe.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having
Yay.
me.